friends, Denise here. Welcome to a installment of Ship With Me. It has been a hot minute. I am going to ship 9 items today, and I thought I'd bring you guys along, talk about where I've been, and share with you what's been selling. You know, Poshmark has been lukewarm at best. July was a mediocre month for me. My sales were the lowest they've been in months, and all of a sudden this past weekend, since Friday, I've sold like 20 some items, and these are all the items that I have sold since the post office closed on Saturday, and it is Monday morning. So let's get started. The first item I'm shipping is a vintage dress. I have everything set up with what I'm shipping it in, and I have the labels printed out. I have moved to a poly bag system for storing some of my items because it keeps everything nice and neat and clean, and I noticed sometimes in the chaos of bins, certain fabrics rub on other items and things get linty that I've already cleaned and steamed, and so this just seems to keep everything, when I put them in a bag, nice and neat. I do not send the bag to the person who bought the item, but I do reuse the bags. So I don't really want to unfold this, but I will. This is just a vintage, it kind of looks like Lily Pulitzer. It's a dress called Tanner of North Carolina. It's a very 60s vibe feeling floral dress. It's so lovely. I saw it and I had to buy it. Was kind of hoping it would fit me, but it was a little big on me, so I passed on keeping it. Let's see. So this weekend, I don't really know what happened, but I had great sales, and what's funny about that is, you know, I think it wasn't until about 9 p.m. on August 3rd that I made my first sale in August. I had 2 days back to back where I didn't sell any items, which, you know, I always have a day here and there scattered. I'll have a few days where I make sales, and then I'll have a day where I don't make sales, but I've never had, my goodness, since I started reselling and barely had a closet, I've never had such a day where I didn't make sales, and I thought it was actually going to be 3 days in a row. But it turns out I did make a sale on that 3rd day of August, but my goodness, it was a rough start to the month, and I'm sitting here thinking, I don't know, why am I doing this? Do you ever just have that question, like, why am I doing this? I'm not selling anything, I'm still putting in effort, but, you know, luckily then the sales start coming in. As always, I'm just adding a thank you and a little poly sticker that I buy. I get like floral and succulents. I just add them with the thank you on the item. It's kind of fun. I did buy some compostable and biodegradable bags to use for when I ship out on eBay, because I pretty much always use USPS items when I ship for Posh, but I've noticed with these smaller items I prefer to use these bags. And another update is too, I have essentially closed down my eBay closet. I had about 300 items in there and decided that it wasn't worth my energy. I felt like I didn't get the support from eBay customer service that I wanted, and so I have just pulled back. I have about 10 items in my closet over there. I closed down paying for a shop, and yeah, I guess I'll cross-post some things now that I'm back in the swing of things, but eBay is really a headache for me, and I know a lot of people love it, but I just, never really got any momentum over there. I have made some of my best sales there, which makes it so disappointing. The next item I sold is a Patagonia. It's a dress slash skirt. So it's convertible. It can be worn two ways. If you want to throw it down around your hips, tie the string, you can, or you can wear it kind of like a bandeau type top with the tie around your neck. I have had this in my closet for a couple of months, and it's really cute. I probably sent out an offer to likers. I will discuss my latest strategy when it comes to offers. I have heavily relied on Flip in the past few months, and I actually have come to really appreciate it. I no longer send out offers to likers like 5 minutes or 6 minutes after they like an item. I find that I just want a little bit more control over what items I'm sending offers on. So I have just begun to, once a week on Fridays or Saturdays usually, I send out offers to likers using the bulk offer feature, and I'll put a little video in or a little clip. I use the bulk offer feature that's just built into Poshmark, and you can then select what items you would like to send an offer on, and so that's how I've been doing it. I decided, you know, if I have an item that is priced lower than comps, I really don't want to be sending offers out on that item, like maybe 30 days until 30 days after I post it. Or if I have an item that I just posted, and Flip does have the setting where you can send offers to likers if it is older than X number of days, and I used to do 30 days on that setting. But I decided that I like this model of doing the bulk offers. I click it, and then it allows you to select the items. You do have to offer reduced price shipping, of course, and so I can go through and decide how much of an offer I want to send. Right now, on older items, I'm sending 25% off once a week on items, and if someone got it 2 weeks ago, they're not going to get it again. It's just going to be new likes on items. You will find, and you'll see on the screen, that offer was not sent to likers because it wasn't 10% lower than the last offer I sent. But a lot of the times I find that you know, it just works for me, the level of control of just doing that once a week. And then I have sales roll in over the weekend. The next item I sold is a new with tags. It's just a Spanx bra. I do send all of my bras in the priority mail padded envelope, which you can order from USPS.com. My other favorite box, which I ran out of and I didn't realize I was low on Womp, is the Priority Box Zone A. And I just ordered 25 today because I seem to find that shoes fit perfectly in the Priority Mail Box A. This bra in particular does not have any clasps or buckles on straps or adjustable metal pieces. So that's why I like to send bras in a padded envelope to protect it. I do always wrap it in tissue paper, and then I like to send it in a padded envelope. I sold is just a very unique item, and I have to say, it's a raw wool, and it's a little bit frustrating because it has sort of loose fibers in it, and then of course everything sticks to it. But I'm really happy that this sold, because when you store it next to something in a bin, Well, as you can imagine, it has this really big button on it. You can wear it. I mean, the potential is endless on how you can wear this, but I will say my personal frustration is how it sheds a lot of the raw wool, because it's really just like loosey-goosey and very fuzzy. And then it collects things and it sheds things, so it's like Velcro. And I was trying to decide how I was gonna ship this, and ultimately I decided that the medium flat rate box was gonna be best for this chunky item. It's not that it's heavy, it's just the bulk to it. I picked this up because it was unique, and I do find that natural wool is a big hit. I will pick up wool at the bins just to knit with, because I think it's so expensive in the store, and if I can find 6 skeins of yarn, I will absolutely pick it up to resell. I have dabbled in knitting, but I don't consider myself a knitter. I think my wheelhouse basically is scarves. So, I got an offer on this for $15 and I happily accepted it. I think I had it in my closet maybe for $20, so it wasn't, it was a great offer. It wasn't a lowball offer. Some of the items I have sold recently, I did accept lower offers than I normally would, just to get items moving out of my closet. I have some things in bags actually behind me that I have sourced already that I need to get photographed and posted. So I have been working on moving things out of my closet so I can feel motivated to get new things posted. So one of the things that I did when I was away and had not posting to YouTube was I redid my kitchen cabinets. They're from 1962 and I repainted them, and I've heard mixed things about repainting cabinets and how much work it is, and I am gonna put in a little clip of me redoing my cabinets because it came out amazing and I highly recommend it. I would say going into it, just have the understanding that the process may take longer than what you expect if you're painting. Like I had to put 3 coats of paint on each cabinet door and on the fronts of the cabinets. Now my cabinets are from 1962, so I did not paint the inside even of the door because I just felt like that was too labor intensive. I only painted the outside, the exterior of the doors. I think I have some of that raw from the scarf wool on me. A lot of these items I already have rolled and brushed before I posted them, and I just noticed that sometimes a little bit of lint or fuzz gets picked up on them when they get put in storage. I store all my sweaters together, and I don't store those in poly bags, but it could potentially be a good idea. So this is a soft surroundings. Oh my goodness. It's like a shawl, a blanket, scarf, whatever you want to call it. It's obviously very soft. It's perfect for fall. I love to travel with items like this because they keep you warm on the plane. They're easy to tuck away in your bag. This item was a direct sale. I did not offer any discounts on this item. It's kind of rare these days. I think I'll share my numbers. Something like 80% of my sales are offer-based, either offers to likers or offers from likers. So it's very interesting now how it's rare to make a full price sale, and you really have to consider that when pricing your items on Poshmark. If you're going to constantly be back and forth and negotiating, you really do need to add some wiggle room, I would say, to your price point, because so many items these days, people, if you post for 40, people will offer you 15. That's what I've been finding, and sometimes there are some offers that I receive. To me, it feels like there really is no middle ground, and so I just decline some offers now, especially if they're lowball offers, because I don't know where to go from there. If I have in my mind that I post something for $40, I'm hoping really to get $30 to $40 for that item. If someone offers me $15 and I'm gonna get $12 for that item after Posh fees, I don't know where to go. Like, if they want to buy a few items and bundle, then I'm definitely more open and flexible on price point. But if people these days really seem to be sending like very lowball offers, and so I honestly I don't know where to go with it. I'm like, there is no middle ground here, and I have found that a lot of people who send offers, that's all they want to pay, and they don't want to go back and forth, and they don't want to negotiate. And if they do come back with a counter offer after I counter offer, they go up like $1 or $2. And I'm not doing this for an extra 80 cents. So sometimes I receive an offer and I realize there is actually no place for us to meet, and so I decline that offer. For the most part, unless I've had the item for a long time, I am not pressed to move it. So I have slowed down dramatically on my sourcing. So I don't have tons of items that don't fit in my storage bins. I don't need to add extra storage. And so I'm okay with waiting for the right buyer to come along. This item I sold was also another full priced sale. I had it priced pretty well. This is an Urban Outfitters. I did find this at the bins. This is an Urban Outfitters shacket, and it's a heavyweight flannel, really cute styling. This is pretty popular these days. Kind of a southwestern beachy vibe to it. Don't have it off the top of my head, but I will post what I sold it for. I think I sold it for $42. I did see them posted much higher online. This was not an item from my own personal closet or like from my daughter's, so I felt confident in just the price point that I sold it at. I have found a lot of the times that items that have been in my closet, say since spring, when I have reposted them, that they have sold pretty quickly, and so it's definitely worth, even if you have new stuff to post, to copy, relist, delist the old item. You may be surprised at the items that sell and how quickly they do. I would say within a week, items that had been in my closet for months sold. So that always makes me happy that I don't have to go out sourcing. And all the items, I know the condition, they're photographed, they're ready to go, and so it really takes a lot off your plate, but helps Poshmark algorithm think that you are keeping things fresh and current. The next item I sold, it's funny, I realized I'm not really highlighting the items that I sold. I'm kind of just blathering on. I guess that's what happens when you don't post in a month or two. The next item I sold is just a Ralph Lauren. It's a quarter zip sweater. I just had to go steam it because the way it was stored in my sweater bin, the little leather zipper pull was folded in on the sweater, and so it left an indentation on it, and it actually made it look like there was a flaw. There is not a flaw in it, so I wanted to quickly go steam it so it looked better, and yes, I will do that. I don't want someone to open a package from me and go, oh my goodness, I had no idea that this had this big indentation in it, when really it was just from how the item was stored. And you don't really think about those things when you're storing them. You're just like, okay, I am storing this item, and uh-oh, you take it out and you're like, maybe that wasn't the best way to store it. I am just sending this in a 1097 box, which is a similar shape to medium shipping boxes, but it's a lot thinner. It fits items like sweaters great. I have gone through phases lately where I'm not wrapping items every single time. I am going to wrap this because it feels kind of strange to not wrap it, but I will say I'm just like, I don't know. Not being a slacker, but energetically, you know, if people want 50% off of the items, then they're maybe not going to get full price service. How does that sound? I feel like that's a crappy thing to say, but it's also true. Time is money. These little steps to prepare an item for shipping, you know, it's time. It's time out of my day. So a pair of Sanitas clogs. They are like dance goes. These are interesting. These are like a navy blue with an embossed design on them. And I sold this for $15. I picked this up at the bins. This is a redone countdown calendar. So you don't actually put the date. You put how many days until the special event. And there's things like weddings and Halloween and Christmas all in here, and you just keep switching the days. You can say days until. Anyway, it's just a countdown calendar. It has all different features to it and combinations. This is really heavy, and I also had to clean it up because it gets scuffs on it really easily. These are going to be a little bit wonky to send, and since I don't have my favorite size box, I just ordered 25 of them, which is size A. I am going to have to add more packing material than I like to these. But what I will also do is I will wrap each shoe individually, which will create a little bit more padding inside the box. And I will also add, I'm going to show you, I save packing materials. So I will be adding, you've probably gotten this before in a package. I just kind of tear it and I'll put it at the end of a box to protect the item. Might need a little bit more than that. This is also recyclable. This newsprint style paper that I use as well is also recyclable, and it is packing paper. So if you're looking for a plain way to ship items, I also use that. I am going to put a sticker on, a thank you, and send these off. This box is actually a shoe box, and it makes a lot of sense unless you're shipping women's shoes. These are a size 40, but I tend to find that there's lots of gaps in this box. So I'm just going to use this packing paper at the end of the box here. To protect the shoes, and I am going to ship these off. I do wish the box was a little bit shorter because I find that I spend a lot of time stuffing these boxes so there isn't movement. That is a priority of mine, to make sure that the box feels solid. And the last item is going off. So this alone, you know, you can ship up to 5 pounds on Posh. This alone weighs 3 pounds, 4.6 ounces. So I need to be careful in the type of box I'm shipping this in. I don't want to use a heavy duty box. I don't know if you've noticed that, but there are some boxes that you may get heavier items from Amazon, but the box itself will weigh a pound. So if the box weighs a pound, we are then getting up to 4 pounds, 4 ounces, which leaves me approximately a ½ pound for materials inside the box. So I try really hard to use a lighter weight box. And so after the bubble wrap, the packing paper, everything, the tape on this box, I used, with the box, it came out to 3 pounds, 14 ounces. So I'm safe, I'm under the 5 pounds. I will say if I just chose a little bit of a different box, maybe one reusable from Amazon, I could have been really pushing that 5 pound limit, and I really tried to avoid that. So let's see. I've got these 2 shoe boxes. That is everything that's sold just since Saturday afternoon. I am definitely grateful for the sales because it's been weird. I'm hoping, I've heard great things about the fall, so I'm hoping things pick up. I do want to share because I have a brand new roll right here. This is just from like Lowe's, and this is the packing paper. It's pretty cheap. There's 100 sheets in here. I want to say, I don't actually want to say, I'm not sure how much I paid for it, but I do know it's fairly cheap. I feel comfortable using that type of paper when I am trying to make it so there's no wiggle room within the boxes. So that's it. I think I will add my total and include it here at the end of the video. I hope everyone's doing well, and I hope this inspires me to keep on making videos. I have missed updating, and I hope you enjoyed the video of my kitchen. I can't believe how much better it looks. Happy almost fall to everyone. School's here and in session in Colorado. My daughter goes off to college in a few weeks, and so I'm just trying to drink up those last moments of summer. Take care.